Welcome to the ill blur magic shoo-be-doo-doo. Oh yeah.
Welcome back to Ill Blur Maddie. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, my returning subscribers, Ill family. Thank you so much for commenting, liking, and subscribing. Also, new subscribers, welcome to the channel. I'm a versatile blur, so let's get right into it. She-Hulk episode 2 review. So in this episode, we see She-Hulk go through some challenges. And I think I like this episode. You know, it's not, superhero-ish enough, but it's okay. It's okay. We see She-Hulk, or also Jennifer, lose her job due to Titania, her fighting Titania in the courtroom in the previous episode. And we see how the media kind of betrays She-Hulk and kind of their perspective on how she should be a citizen within society. Because remember, in episode 1, Bruce was told her, say, hey, look, once you become a Hulk, this is a different thing. This is not something that you're going to take lightly. People are going to look at you differently. People are not going to understand who you are. So I love that cousin Bruce, also known as the Incredible Hulk, says, look, your life is going to change. You can't expect your life to stay the same. Also, we see that Jennifer struggles to find a job. She loses her job at the celebration when they're saying like, yo, this is She-Hulk, where is she at and stuff. And to find out, when you're celebrating what happened in the courtroom, and then your boss tells you like, yo, you're a liability to the company and we gotta let you go. So we see Jennifer like going to all these different job interviews, the struggle of her trying to understand, like, now that she has this new superhero persona connected to her, the struggles of that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for her to find a job. It's like, hey, is she gonna, get stressed out and become She-Hulk? And you know what I'm saying? So we see her literally having that issue. Also, what I love in this episode, we learn a little bit about her family. Her family, basically learning about who she is now as She-Hulk. And we see there's a very intimate moment between her and her father in their relationship. And I really like that. We see that the father, he loves his daughter. He loves Jennifer. And he just wants to see if she's doing really okay. And Jennifer's, she's kind of like trying to play it off. But she eventually lets her father know, like, hey, I don't have a job. Also in this episode, what was really interesting is she ends up getting her job back again. I was like, what? I was like, whoa. And this time around, it's dealing with people like her. So pretty much she, has to go through a process. And what I love about it is like when she first enters the building, people are intimidated by her. She sees all these people in power at the job. Even her new office. I love that she brought her friend along to be her paralegal for, her actual law firm and stuff. And we see that even one of her coworkers brings her a basket. I thought that was really cute. You know what I'm saying? Had that office feel environment to it that was really cool, that I enjoyed about it. Also in this episode, her first case. Whoa! Abomination was her first case. And I love that she called cousin Bruce up to, ask him, is it okay that I take this case? Because I really don't want to take this case. You know what I'm saying? She had that like, this is kind of awkward. Like, my cousin has some beef in the past. I don't want to bring any tension with my cousin. So I called cuz up to kind of make sure this was okay on his end. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure if cuz is okay with that before you decide to say, yo, I'm going to take it and I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I did love that she had that approval. Apparently, Bruce is somewhere out in space. You know what I'm saying? And we see him in the ship that caused the car accident. So I'm pretty sure we're going to get like another version of Hulk in here. Not just Smart Hulk, by the way. I mean, that's what they calling him now. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be another version of Hulk sometime this part of the series, I should say. So that was really cool that we see, she did call him. The call got disconnected, unfortunately. And she eventually comes across pretty much, Abomination. She has to go through this screening. She has to sign like this little contract that, that pretty much says, hey, look, you're at risk and you know the dangers of this. And we see the interaction between her and Abomination Jennifer, you know what I'm saying? And also, I forgot to mention, they wanted her to be She-Hulk at the new job, by the way, which was really cool. I did like that concept. That's why people were intimidated by her. And the thing is, we see the conversation, and he said, oh, yeah, your cousin, yeah, and we see Abomination kind of changing, turning over a new leaf. As, sometimes villains do, sometimes they don't, right? And we see him, interested in Jennifer. And he said, you can't come across this little yellow line. And pretty much she talks to him and everything, and she decides to take it. But towards the end of the episode, Abomination escapes. Wow. I gotta say, this episode really worked. I like that pretty much we learned a little bit more of the family dynamics. We could tell that she really considers Bruce. And Bruce was actually right, you know what I'm saying? Readjusting to being She-Hulk and having a normalcy, to some degree with this episode. He was right about that. Her adjusting to society, she lost her job due to Titania becoming She-Hulk. We also seen this episode, her relationship with her father. We also learned that Hulk is not even on Earth, which was really interesting. But also in this episode, it was solid. It just showed you some of her downfalls or just shortcomings, you know what I'm saying? Now that she has this ability, people look at her differently. She's kind of alienated. People are jealous. And I think, even though it didn't have like a superhero hero type of thing, that's okay. It's just introducing a little bit more of her on the other side of who she is on the lawyer aspect, which is okay. I'm totally fine with that. But this is your boy, Ill Blurred. Matt, you tell me in the comments, guys, have you seen the latest episode of She-Hulk? And are you going to check out the series? Until next time, have a great one, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. And thanks for commenting. If you have not subscribed, go hit that subscribe button. You will not regret it. Until next time, guys, I'm out.
If you made it to the end of the video, you are the real MVPs. Oh, yeah.